On today's episode, 3 rules to avoid awful side hustles. I'm Jeremy Fisher. This is The Awakening. By far, the most common question I receive from listeners is, can you help me find a side hustle? My answer is always yes, but it always leads to me asking questions back. There are thousands of side hustles, and I know that wading through them all can be challenging. Clarifying questions can become very helpful in determining what hustle would be right for you as an individual. The most common mistake I see people make who are looking for side hustles is that they don't know the difference between a long-term and a short-term hustle. And they're kind of mixing long-term and short-term hustle expectations. Many of them want the ease of entry that comes with a short-term hustle, but want to earn the type of money that comes from a long-term hustle. Those two things are usually diametrically opposed. Long-term hustles require time to build before they start putting food on the table, and usually longer before they start generating huge incomes. Hustles in the content creation space, like blogging, podcasting, creating YouTube videos, those fall into this category. You're not going to earn much money, if any, from day one, and sometimes not even for the first months or even years. There are exceptions to this rule, of course, and we've talked about a few of those exceptions on this show. But in general, if you're looking to start a side hustle that generates a huge income later down the road, you're probably going to be thinking about a long-term hustle, not a short-term hustle. Short-term hustles, they can put food on the table from day one, but you're probably not going to make $1 million on day one, and probably not going to make $1 million ever. It is very, very rare to meet an Uber driver making above the average national salary. But if you need to make some extra cash, Uber can put money in your pocket. You and I talk about long-term hustles on this show a lot, but I feel like we need to give a little bit of love to some short-term hustles because I know a lot of you are out there looking to make some money quick. So let's talk about a few rules when dealing with short-term hustles, rules that you'll want to follow to make sure that you don't get stuck in a bad hustle. Rule number 1, grocery shopping is usually better than mystery shopping. Bestmark and Secret Shopper are probably the two largest mystery shopping companies. If you sign up with them, you'll probably land a few gigs that pay $10 to $25 per shop. Not bad, right? The problem is you won't actually be earning $10 to $25 per hour. When you account for the time that it takes to get to the store, perform the shop, complete the required tasks, and write your report, you're probably only going to be making a few bucks an hour after expenses. So what's better than mystery shopping? Grocery shopping. Grocery shopping sites like Shipt, Instacart, or Dumpling have users that report earnings over minimum wage. Again, you're still not going to get rich shopping for groceries, but remember, we're talking about short-term, put food on the table hustles here. If you're looking for big money, look at long-term hustles. Rule number 2, survey sites are usually worse than focus group sites. So I'm sure you've seen advertisements from survey sites like Swagbucks and Survey Junkie, MyPoints, Persky, and Paid Viewpoint. They all promise that you can earn money while having fun. You can earn some money. It's just not going to be a lot. MyPoints, Persky, and Paid Viewpoint, from a reviewer perspective, people who've used the sites, they all kind of say that they're not very good. Swagbucks and Survey Junkie are slightly better, but according to Swagbucks reviews posted on NerdWallet, people usually report earning maybe 89 cents an hour. But what about those cool gift cards they offer? Well, the average user can earn $10 to $20 in gift cards after maybe a few months of effort. Don't get me wrong, there's always exceptions and anomalies, but in general, you're probably going to earn around $2 to $3 an hour with most survey sites. But do you know what's better than survey sites? Focus groups. Focus groups are similar to survey sites. They pay you to answer questions, but with focus groups, you are way more likely to be invited to answer questions in person or via Zoom, and you're going to get paid more for that. Not every interaction on focus group sites is going to land you a gig, but with sites like Find Focus Groups, You can match with focus groups in your area, and you can earn $50 to $250 a day, way more than you will probably ever earn on a survey site in the entire time you would use it. Rule number 3, pay attention to hidden fees. Short-term hustle providers in the gig space are notorious for charging side hustlers for useless services and milking you for every last dime they can. Freelancer, for example, charges side hustlers to take skills tests and makes it impossible to bid on jobs without paying a monthly fee. After you pay those fees, you get offered work that pays really low, and it's usually not even worth your time. If you take the job anyway, you'll pay Freelancer another 20% of the fees that you were paid. People Per Hour is another site where you can try to find gigs. They charge you to ask questions about your pay. They charge you to get someone to respond to you quickly. And they charge you for being inactive for a period of time. Two big sites for freelancers and contractors, Thumbtack and HomeAdvisor, charge really vague and expensive referral fees. Lots of contractors also complain that the potential client referrals they receive are fake. They'll go to disconnected phone numbers, and they're cold leads from people who never actually wanted work done. So what's better than Thumbtack or HomeAdvisor? Nextdoor.com. You are much more likely to get contractor gigs from Nextdoor.com, and people will refer you on that site. And guess what? It does not cost you anything to use it. And what's better than People Per Hour and Freelancer? There is Contently and Skyward. And whatever sites come up, just make sure you are paying attention to hidden fees. These companies usually have to disclose the fees that they charge you. Just make sure you're not overlooking the fees. Pay attention to them because they can eat into the bottom line of the money that you're making. None of the short-term hustles that we've talked about are likely to get you rich. But again, that's not what short-term hustles are about. The hustle world is similar to the work world. Are there any doctors out there making $500,000 a year that didn't take a long-term approach to their education? Maybe ones that sell kidneys on the black market. In general, ideas that lead to huge long-term incomes require longer-term commitments. But if you're looking to just get food on the table, maybe have a side income that goes towards paying off debt, or maybe just earn some extra money while binge watching Netflix, follow those 3 rules and good luck with your hustles. That's it for today's show. I have been working on a master list of all side hustles that will make it really easy to find one that's right for you if you're still looking. I'll be sharing details about it soon. Stay tuned. If opportunity doesn't come knocking, let's build a door.